Hi everyone, I'm Meena Puri. Welcome to my channel. So in this video, I'm going to talk about how our body actually is such a potent guide in our healing process. So I have mentioned many times that healing is an organic process. What that means is it does not follow any predetermined structure that you may have figured out. It may follow some, but then it'll take its own detour. And also, healing cannot be forced. So when clients come and work with me, we don't go digging. I may pick up a lot of things, but if they're not ready, I don't take them there because they're not ready. So, and if something is working already, we don't sit there and wonder. It's like, I wonder what I can dig up from my past and just analyze it for the heck of it. No, we don't go digging. Life is difficult as it is. We just work with what shows up. So in working with clients, many times I'll give them there's like a meditations or a process that's already kind of pre-recorded that they can go through at their own accord. Even though I have designed like a step-by-step, meditations, but I always tell them, you will know which one to pick because the meditations have a label, and many times they look at the meditation, they're like, oh, I'm not doing that, right? So I tell them don't do it because their body is not ready. So here's what happens and here's why. We experience life with our body, whether we realize this or not. That's why the experiences are embodied, which means they get into our senses. The senses have the information. We feel things in our heart. They land anywhere in the energetic system in the body. And so the body has the experiences. When we are talking about healing, we're not talking about healing. We are talking about releasing those experiences from the body. We can use different language. We can use language like somatic. We can use language like nervous system. And there's not just one method. There are many, 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 many methods. Different methods work for different people. Sometimes we have to combine all kinds of different methods to heal. So all of us are unique. How we hold information in our psyche, in our soma, in our body is unique to us. So that's why there's so many, thank God, so many tools that every different people can resonate with, and they can use those tools to heal. So now think about body, the experiences in the body as a healing, as a holding space. So here's what happens. Trauma is any experience that we don't know what to do with. So I talk about trauma with the big T, and the trauma with the little t. Trauma with the big T is, death, major accidents and grief and abuse. But trauma with the little t can be somebody just flipping you off when you're driving. And that happens. We encounter myriad of experiences in our day-to-day life, and we necessarily don't sit down and think about, oh my God, that happened, and wonder what I'm going to do with it. We're a little bit unpleasant, and we just move on because that's just the nature of life. But nonetheless, when it comes to experiences, no experience is big or small as far as the body is concerned. It's just an experience and it's holding it. And little by little, it can alter our behavior. Next time we're on the road, we may get a little scared thinking, oh my God, if somebody's going to flip me off. So it alters our behavior in subtle ways that it may not be so obvious to us. So it's easier for us to ignore and neglect, and we just get on with life. So the body is holding these experiences. Then our current life reality is begin to mirror what we are deeply holding, the beliefs that we are deeply holding, the energy that we are subconsciously carrying. So these experiences repeat in our external situations, in our relationships, in our work with our clients, with our siblings, with our spouse. They show up in our choices and behaviors. What do we eat? How do we live? Who do we associate with? And what do we think from moment to moment on a day-to-day basis? If we tune into that, we can then decide, well, I don't really like my reality. I don't like I don't like this constant conflict. I don't like feeling this way all the time. I don't like feeling anxious. I feel unclear. I feel like I don't have a path. So it can show up in a number of ways. The reason it shows up, because until it shows up, we don't have a clue. So it shows up in our experience of our current reality. And then when we step into the realm of feeling, we want to change that. We realize that it's really the world is you pushed out. So, boy, whatever got pushed out, I don't like it. So, how do I change that which is inside me, which is being pushed out? And that's how we come into healing. And living life from a mental, egoistic realm, we want, like, tell me how to heal. So how am I going to be after 3 months or 6 months? Or I'm going to do this, this, and this. So we really need to let go of that way of thinking. Healing doesn't work like that. How we achieve external things, that model does not work for when we are trying to navigate our inner world. That kind of structured, mind-based thinking does not work when we are traveling the inner train. It's totally different. That's why it is so difficult, because we are, as human beings, we're intelligent. We've been living in the ego mind realm for centuries. And when we enter the inner realm, we're like, how come I've done everything and nothing is, I'm still feeling the same way? It's because you're doing the doing with your head. You're not doing it with the body. So here's how the body gives you clues. Like I gave you an example. My clients, they're like, look at the heading of the title of the meditation. They're like, ew, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. And if I tell them, go ahead and start journaling about this really mega experience, painful experience that they've had, I'm like, well, take a notebook and start writing about it and see what flows out. They stare at the book, they never write on it. So the body is telling you, I'm not ready. So I don't force. It's not like they're not doing their homework. There's no such thing. So they're not ready. So I tell them, well, you're not ready. Don't worry about it. Let it go. There will come a time where you will feel compelled to look at it and you would want to look at it. But this is not the time. You don't want to do this meditation, let go of it. Go do another one. That's how the body gives you clues. It's like, no, I don't want to do it. So listen to that. Secondly, so we have to remember that releasing or opening up to something, it takes that there is a safety in our environment. Generally speaking, until you feel safe in someone's company, you are not going to disclose things about yourself because you don't feel safe, right? So same thing with the body. When the body needs safety to be able to release. So how do we create that safety for the body? We have to first connect with the body. We have to be in the body. We have to connect with the body. And the reason why I say that, because we are kind of cut off. We're like living here, neck up. We are cut off from the body. So we have to connect with the body, listening to just your tendency to gravitate towards something or be repelled by something is the body's language, right? So it's not anything that we just ignore. It's actually something to be paid attention to. So begin to take those clues from the body. Do grounding practices, which means sometimes like walking bare feet in the grass. Well, it's not outside right now, but you can walk bare feet in your home. You can thump on the floor like elephant, like thump, thump. Like I'm really, the weight and the energy of the body is getting down into your feet. You feel your feet. You feel your legs. You feel your hips. You feel the body. When you feel the body, then you're going to feel everything else that the body is trying to tell you. So if you feel disconnected from the body, then body practices are very important. Doing a self-massage. When was the last time you actually touched your body with some love and appreciation and respect? When was the last time you actually sat and just massaged your hands, not while looking at something and doing this, or like, oh wow, look at my hands, fingers, like how does a touch feel? So taking care of the body like that, so the body feels connected to you. When it feels connected, it's like, okay, I can rely upon it. A quick example comes to my mind that many times people like they won't eat when they're hungry because of some diet they're on, or whatever, weight loss. We have all kinds of myths about eating. And but if you keep doing that on a chronic long-term basis, the body actually that cannot rely upon you. It cannot rely that when I'm hungry, I'm going to be fed. So inevitably, what actually ends up happening is opposite to what you want to do. The body begins to hold on to everything it can because it can't rely that you're actually going to feed it. So we have to listen to the body. That creates safety in the body, and then the body can let go. And another thing I want to mention to you that healing is not, first of all, it's not for the weak, faint of heart. Secondly, it may not look physical, like you're not climbing up the mountain physically or, whatever. But it takes a lot of energy to heal. Why? As the old structures are breaking apart, the nervous system is organizing and reorganizing itself. That reorganization, restructuring, and releasing, it takes a tremendous amount of inner work, effort, and it takes a lot of energy. Many times after the retreats, people are like, I've been feeling really hungry and tired, even though we rested really well at the retreat. Well, that's why, because it's taken a lot out of you. That's why many times you just want to be kind of quiet to preserve the energy. So follow the body. Healing takes a different kind of effort, which is not always visible to the naked eye, but is something that you can feel. And you know that. So there's nothing to question about giving your body what it needs. So in my final message, so tune into your body. Your body is holding all of the experiences. If we want to heal those experiences, we have to heal them from the body. You don't heal it with your head. You can talk about it with your head, but the healing doesn't happen. And tune into the body's signals. It has a lot of important things to tell you. Simple thing, like when you're tired, your body feels tired. Stop pretending that you didn't notice that and stop pushing yourself through. We have done that. We've been there, done that. It doesn't work. When the body is tired, give it what it needs. Body is hungry, give it what it needs. That's how you establish a really good connection with your body. So then you help the body helps you. So that's the process. I hope that was helpful. Let me know what stood out for you. And if you want to really do the deeper healing work, you can go ahead and schedule a 30-minute call with me. I'll put some links below the video. You can use them as you like. I'll put links for programs, and I have an upcoming retreat in Costa Rica. So you feel free to use any of those links that you find valuable. And thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you at the next video. Take care.